Okay, welcome back to Livecode or Introduction to Livecode, and we're going to be going into the toolbar that holds all your objects that you can drag and drop to the first card here, which is the main stack. And notice I already have the main stack open. You would have to come in here and open this and click new main stack, so this would appear. I'm going to be repeating that probably every video, so just to remind you. Now also on this toolbar, I went into these two buttons. This makes the program that you're developing or a button or what have you active. Alright, so you can't do anything. I can click on this all day and it won't do anything unless I have buttons on it. And if I have buttons or things to enter or what have you, then you'll be able to enter that stuff and you'll be able to click on the buttons, and if you program it right, you'll get the right response. However, in order for us to drag and drop these onto the main card, we're going to have to go ahead and click on this button, which is your arrow here. So now this is active. So if I want to drag a button, then I drag a button. Okay. Pretty much all of these objects, when you double click on them, it'll open up the property inspector, and you can click on this arrow here, arrow button, and then go to edit script. I'll close this now. So on mouse up, you will do a certain thing, or an action. So this is where you're going to program your button to do a specific thing, like open up another window or launch or save something because you allowed it or given it a script here to save your whatever your application is. Or a next or previous button, you can program it to do that as well. So that's a button, and you have three types of buttons here to drag and drop, and each one of them looks different slightly. Actually, these two almost look the same. Alright, so I'm going to click on this. See it? That way it makes it active, so I can test them. I guess the border is thicker on this one than this one, so that's how you tell, I guess. I'm going to go back to this. When it's dark, it's active. Notice that. When it's dark, it's active. Alright, checkboxes, and you've seen these in other programs probably. You click on the checkbox and make it active, and it'll put the little check in the box. So you can add those to your program. Or you can have the radio button to click on. Okay, we've gone into buttons, we've gone into radio buttons and checkboxes. Whoop. This is a tab panel. You've seen these as well. You can click on any one of these and it'll bring up an inspector where you'll be able to program them individually. Let me show you. You can go from tab to tab, and you can have buttons in your program written on this one, and then have another part of it on this one, and then another part of it on this one. So it makes for it gives you some leeway to able to do things. Let me go ahead and delete this because I need the space. Oh, I gotta deactivate it. Click on it and it shows it, and then delete it. Okay, this is a text box. You've seen text box in programs. That's where you're going to enter data, and here's the label that usually goes with it. Okay, so a text box, you'll be able to type text in it when it's active. Label, oh no, that's not it. Contents. Type on contents where it says label. Now it says name. See? So this is where you're going to be typing in your name, address, phone number, whatever you want. Okay, that's those two. This one here is a scroll bar, which will help you scroll information. Say if you have a bunch of text, you can enter all your text in here, and when you activate it, it'll all show up in here. Let me see if I can do this. Go into the property inspector, go to contents, type the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog's back. You can enter that many times. The quick brown fox. The quick brown fox. Okay, so let me get out of this, and there's your text. Now you can format that text as well. But this can be a text box that you have up on your screen that gives directions or information or what have you. So this is a good thing. So I'll click on it. When you click on it, if you have more text than you have screen, then the scroll will be on the right corner, so you'll be able to scroll down through it. So, and you've seen things that do that as well, or programs that do that. This is a data grid, okay? In other words, if you're pulling information from a database, you have usually tables that have information in them and headers at the top that will tell you what this column is and what this column is and this one and this one and this one. So you can actually enter the information from a database directly into a data grid, and that's pretty much what this does. So all your information will show up in this, and you can stretch it, make it bigger. There you go. So you can see pretty much a whole table of information in here, which that's good, and you'll learn databases in this course. Something to do with databases anyway. And there's a database, data grid activity that you can do that will show you how to do that. This is a choice box, so you can select either choices, and if you'd programmed it right, then it'll go ahead and do something for you. If you have many choices, like you can have the states, all the states listed in this box, and you can select on each one of them, and it might have information that you programmed it to be able to be seen on another card, say. Alright, we're a data grid, and here's another one. This is another example of a data grid where you can put the information all in here listed that you have got in a file that you keep. And a lot of them are text files, text file output. Yep. Yes. All right. Here's another a choice box, a different kind of choice box, where you can click on it and then the choices show up. Here's a pull-down menu where if you have a program like this, then this will be the information that you'll put in it, and you'll program these with scripts. But this is a pull-down menu, and then here's all your choices, and you can add choices to it as well. I believe this is another choice box. Yes. What's it called? Combo box. Okay. All right, that's another. Oh, this would be on your screen to select whatever you wanted. It'll be informational probably. Like you see in fill out forms. Pop-up menu. In other words, all these choices would be a pop-up menu. This one here you're pretty familiar with. This is one of those bars where you can use it to go from left to right. In other words, it'll fill in the color like over here. It's a progress bar. You'll have to program that as well. Let me see this. It's a scroll bar that you can put in and use and program. And this is another type of a scroll bar for the bottom of a screen. This is for putting a picture in. Let me see if I can do that for you. Just expand it out to hold your picture. And it doesn't have to be this big. It can be small. go. We just imported the image, and that's a pretty picture to import too. All the cardinals. So that is that. Now I can cancel this. I don't want to save it. Let me see if I can delete this. Yep. Okay. Now the next one is the player. There you go here. You can import a player in to play on this. I'm going to go ahead and activate it. And then you click the play button and it just shows you this. But you can import a image or a video right into this. So you can see what you can kind of do with a lot of these icons, or not icons, objects. And they will all do a certain thing. So this kind of gets your creativity going and kind of whets the appetite to want to experiment with these things, to see what you can do with them. That's pretty much it on the toolbar. These are two different things. This is like if you want to do your own drawing on the board here. And you can add shapes. Let me see if I can go ahead and import an image. Yeah, see, that's a sample move file. Let me see if I can find one. No, not in there. I thought I'd had them in there. QuickTime move files. Let's try. No? Let me try this. See if it'll play MP4s. I thought they would. Maybe not. We'll see. No, I guess not. I know they'll do QuickTime files. Let's try this again. It's been a while since I've done these. See if I can find that Scotland one. Let's see, video library. I don't know what file format this is. Guess not. I'll have to find another file that I can do, that I know it'll run. I need to get a pocket or a folder full of files that this can be used with. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Remember, if you have questions on any of these videos, then you can ask in the Unit 2 forum.